jungle. Life ain't easy, so we got to hustle. You got one life, so live it with love. Say you know life ain't easy, but live it with God. So I keep thanks to God, oh my, thanks to God, oh my, almighty, thanks to God, oh my, thanks to God, oh my, almighty, thanks to God, oh my, thanks to God, oh my, almighty, thanks to God, oh my, thanks to God, oh my, almighty, thanks to God, almighty. I'm not going to stop. Every day coming to the praise. I'm not feeling mighty. Thanks to God almighty. Thanks to God almighty. Every day I feel like a jungle. I know life ain't easy, so we got to hustle. You got one life, so live it with love. Say you know life ain't easy, but live it with God. So I give thanks to God Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, Almighty, thanks to God Almighty. Bad man no free stop. Every day trouble going crazy. Bad man them feeling mighty. But I give thanks to God Almighty. I give thanks to God Almighty. I'm not living fear. Now them disappear. This man go become the thing. This man go become the thing. I say me I don't become the thing. I say me I don't become the thing. All I do I be good. 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 Like thanks to God Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty, Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty, Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty, Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty. Thanks to God Almighty, Almighty. See every day. Man the ginger all day. Man the dance all shine it up, shine it up. All I do, I do. All I do, thanks to God Almighty, thanks to God Almighty, Almighty, thanks to God 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 Almighty. That is not no me. Oh shit. Give me five.
You be my fire, you be my lighter, you be the star up in the sky with the shining my light. I love you forever, I never deny you. Come in my friends and my family, I can't do without you. My baby, you be my strength and my power. You already know, I feel do anything for your matter. No baby, I feel come on for you. I feel my step for you. Do anything you want me to do, yeah. Oh yeah, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here, baby. Come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Ooh, my baby Kilimanjaro. My baby Sparrow. My baby Kilimanjaro. My baby Sparrow. Darling, now only you wanna see from my dream. I don't care. Loving is wrong, I don't want to be right here. You be my sugar, and I love you forever. come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here, baby. Come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Ooh, my baby Kilimanjaro. My baby Sparrow. My baby Kilimanjaro. My baby Sparrow. My baby funny, baby romantic, baby romantic. My baby sweet, you know they sing me. I say, you know they sing this for my back. Hey, give it to me well. Hey, it's a lover. I don't call that trouble. I'm gonna make you. I care about you, and I love you, baby. You be my strength and my power. You already know. I feel you anything for your mentality. My baby, keep on moving for you. I feel my step for you. Do anything you want me to do, yeah. Yeah, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here, baby. Come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, come here. Come here, come here, come here.
This is Black Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Yes, I. This is the Black Hot Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. Karibuni sana once again to the Black Hot Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. This being the Pan African Bliss Show with your host Joby. I hope you are having an amazing morning, and of course, it being on a Friday, the weekend is just kicking in, and of course, I did get to play you amazing vibes all the way from Nigeria. The first song is "We Thank God." I thank God, and of course, do remember, when you get to play such kind of a music, rather when I did play that kind of a music all the way from Nigeria, that is by Lexi Wolf. It's just a matter of telling God, thank you so much, and the universe as well. Thank you for protecting me throughout the week. It's been super wonderful, and of course, as we jump into the weekend, you're looking also forward onto some positive vibes. Nonetheless, once again, karibuni to the Pan African Bliss. I did also get to play You Come Here by Josephine. You can get hold of our music that is on YouTube, and of course that is one of our favorite musics here on the Black Hot Fire Radio. Do remember to interact with us on our social media handles. That is on Facebook. Currently we ain't on Facebook, so you can get hold of us. That is on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Network, and also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us where you're streaming in from, and of course, how is your week? How was your week? And how is your weekend coming along? And which are the plans that you have for the weekend? Personally, I can say I have any plans so far, but so far so good. I am just vibrating so high, super happy, and of course, I just want to share the same vibration that I have for you here, all the way from the 254 to wherever you're streaming in from. And you can also tell us where you're listening to us from, and of course, as you tell us how is your week and the plans that you have for the weekend. And you can also get hold of us on our website, and when you log into the website, you can be able to create your own account, or create your own page and join the Black Hot Fire family. And of course, there we have amazing contents. And of course, do remember, here on the Pan African Bliss Show, we discuss matters that are concerning the African continent, and of course, getting to touch on checking up onto our brothers, our fellow black brothers and sisters, and getting to to inform you what is also happening in the world. But at the end of it, as much as we get into talk about this, because we've seen that the world is full of negativities, at the end of the day on the Black Hot Fire Radio, we're all about solving solutions, and of course, sharing good positive vibes all the way unto you. And do remember also to donate to us on through our PayPal, that is at the Mr. Black Hot Fire Network, and also at the www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. You can donate $5, $10, $20, $100, however your pocket is heavy, and of course you get to appreciate all that. You can also download the app on the Google Play Store and get to enjoy these amazing vibes. And in case you're just joining us for the first time, once again, my name is Joby, and this is the Pan African Bliss Show. And if you are just, rather if you are used to the Pan African Bliss show, and in case you are new, here we start a day with motivating people, because I keep saying when we wake up, and maybe throughout the week you've been going through something that has been disturbing you, you haven't had anyone to talk to tell them what you have been going through. And of course, here we all about motivating each other and encouraging each other, because I do believe life has its own challenges, and of course, no one said it's going to be smooth. No one said it's going to be easy for you. So I'm just gonna make it easy for you by just motivating you and giving you quotes of the day just to keep you going in case you feel like you're kind of low or you're vibrating low, and of which you shouldn't, because you might be chasing away your blessings. But be careful. Nonetheless, the quote of today goes by: a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. That goes to my ladies, today this goes to my ladies. Of course also to men. Of course, men do not wear makeup. I do appreciate how men are really like naturally handsome and cute, but at the end of the day, this goes to the ladies, because I do believe, as I said, we find, especially women, you go through a lot, we go through a lot in silence. And if we'll be able to talk about it, you'll not find everyone to consult unto or everyone to open unto. But at the end of the day, women do go through a lot, as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, especially as a mother and as a wife. I do believe women through go a lot. Totally. But at the end of the day, do remember, you're all about solving problems here on the Pan African Bliss show. This is the Pan African Bliss show once again. Karibuni sana. And of course, I did say the quote of today goes by: a smile is the best makeup a girl could wear. Period. And Lord, let no one argue with you about that, Let no one argue with you about anything concerning that. Nonetheless, karibuni sana once again to the Pan African Bliss show. I'm your host, Joby. And of course, we're going to take another short musical break. Do remember, it's on a weekend. The weekend is just kicking in. And I'm just here to vibrate higher and keep you onto the moods of just as you interact with me on our social media handle. As I said, currently we are on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Radio, and also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us where you're streaming in from, and of course, how is your week? How was your week, and how is your weekend? What are the plans that you have for the weekend? This is Let Me Be Your Man by the one and only Sky exclusive. Keep it the Black Hot Fire Network. We're gonna be right back after a short musical break.
Hey, look, let's say you out of my league. The way you cut my attention, I would have to disagree. I mean, yo, what now for you? The things I had to go through just to step on the scene. But I'm getting out, girls, and me about you. Are you free? This asking no. Well, if you are, hit me up, I'll give you a call to pick up where we left off. No, you got it, how they hate it, how they hate it. All eyes on you when you're stepping on the scene. You got problems, you are lonely, because I can be the man of your dreams. Be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Be a man, baby. All started with a high and a low, all started with a high and a low. Be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Be a man, baby. All started with a high and a low, all started with a high and a low. I'm really good at math, according to my calculations in my other half. You make me lighten up, yeah, you're my perfect match. I am really into you, but you already know that. You got the thing that I can't ignore. I get the warm fuzzy feeling when I hear your voice, girl. Matter of fact, just come through. Bring yo, and you too. You got it, how they hate it, how they hate it. All eyes on you when you're stepping on the scene. You got problems, you are lonely, because I can be the man of your dreams. Let me be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Let me be a man, baby. All started with a high and a low, all started with a high and a low. Let me be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Let me be a man, baby. All started with a high and a low, all started with a high and a low.
and that is Let Me Be Your Man. And as we get into the weekend, I don't know which lady is allowing this young man or this guy who's crushing on her to be his man. But nonetheless, it's on a weekend, and of course, it being the 16th of July, I do hope that you have achieved the goals that you had for this week. Personally, I can say I'm just grateful for life and being here on the Black Hot Fire Radio to pass the messages that we have all the way here from the 254 to wherever you're streaming in. Listening to us from. Do remember to also interact with us on our social media handles. On Twitter, we are on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Network, also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Network. Tell us where you're streaming in from, and of course, how was your week and how is your weekend coming along? Hi, Keith. Good morning.
Shit. Good morning, Joby.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good morning.
God damn, it's early. Shit.
You just waking up?
Yeah, Joby. It's 4 o'clock in the damn morning. I think, yes.
Whoa, that's too early. Karibu sana to the Pan-African Bliss today.
Hey, Busani, did you guys get your chicken?
I think Spikes went for it. I just walked in and I think he went to the mall or something.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so today we're going to be looking into matters, or rather be highlighting people what is really happening. And yeah, that is what I'm just about to get started. And there's a case that, or rather there's some cases that have really been happening here in Kenya of people disappearing, and of course, even people who are working in the government. And just the other day, it was reported that 2 policemen, they had gotten, or rather they disappeared out of nowhere. And it was found that it was a fellow cop who was a woman who shot these 2 men dead. And of course,
Damn, what the? What?
Yeah. And today, because of course, the investigations were done, and she shot herself dead yesterday at night in her parents' house because she doesn't want to face the judgments and go to prison and such kind of things. But my conclusion is, I mean, life is too sweet for you to shoot yourself, even if, despite the mistakes that you've really done, which is really, really bad. Of course, I was just wondering, do policemen also have beefs? That is what I was just asking Spikes right now. I mean, you're working together and they also have beefs. You know?
Well, I don't know when you have beef. I don't know. I mean, she killed. How did she kill 2 men? I mean, where were they at? Were they at her house? At her residence?
No.
Where was she able to kill them? I don't understand.
No, it has been reported that she's called Caroline Kagogo, and it's been said that she shot herself dead at her parents' home in Elego, Marakwet. That is the Kalenjin side in the morning. That is yesterday in the morning.
But she killed 2 other police, right?
Yes, she did. She did.
So where did she commit those crimes at?
It's not been reported. It's not yet been reported, but it was reported that these 2 men, they borrowed a car from someone. I think they were going on a trip. Then I don't know what happened. The car was found somewhere, dumped somewhere, but the men were not found. And that is when they were found dead. And when the investigations were done,
maybe she killed them in the car. I don't understand how things get so out of hand that you gotta.
Yeah, and in Kenya,
that you would shoot a coworker. All you gotta do is stay away from them. Why would you be in a car going on some kind of trip with them if you don't get along with them? I don't understand it.
It happens. It is really happening, especially in Kenya. It's really raising like a lot the way people are really being killed, and also kids. Just the other day, it was being reported that a 20-year-old man, or rather a boy, let me just call him a boy because 20-year-old is still mentally growing. You know, your brain doesn't completely develop, Job, until you're 25 years old. That's a child. Yes.
When you're old as a child. But go ahead.
So it was being reported that he killed 12 children, and all of them he was burying them in a forest. So I was just imagining.
What?
Yeah, it is really crazy. I mean, kids were just disappearing. He's a coach, a football coach. Then all of a sudden, just kids disappear. And when the parents come to ask him, he just claims, they just went to help themselves out. Then I never saw them coming back. And it has been reported that it was found he's the one who's been killing these kids. And when he was asked, why are you doing this? He just said that, it's not my fault. I don't know why I was doing this. I mean, 12 children. 12 children. young kids who are innocent, done nothing to you. Why would you kill children? And I was just saying yesterday, the matters of insecurities, it's really rising so high in the African nations, because if the president also can be killed, a policeman can, a phone can be stolen away from a policeman, then the police, the police officers, they claim that, shut down the video, all this is a lie. And we can see it's a
But a
policeman.
society was set up
Mm-hmm.
in its conceptions, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
When Kenya got so-called, Africans don't really know the history. When Kenya got independence, it was never independent. It was set up as a fiefdom, a corrupt country. It was
Mm-hmm.
all African nations were set up to support the Europeans. So it was all set up as corrupt kingdoms. They were the corrupt, put their puppets in there to make sure they could keep stealing from the countries that they had colonized. So
Yeah.
it need a system of corruption. You got to have corruption so all the money flows back to the Europeans. So when you have a corrupt system, means it starts from the top all the way to the bottom. Means the
Mm-hmm.
whole system is corrupt. But it was set up to be corrupt. It's not an accident that it's
Mm-hmm.
corrupt. It was
Mm-hmm.
set up to be corrupt. That's
Mm-hmm.
why it was set up like that. Because you can't steal without corruption. If people are treated fairly and things done above board, I
Mm-hmm.
can't steal shit. So
Well, I'm so glad that you are in the show today, because yesterday I was talking about a certain matter, and I just wished that I had a phone to record a certain cousin of mine, because we were arguing about how after the colonization, even before the colonization, before independence and everything, I was just asking him, do you know why the Europeans came to Africa? And he was really arguing with me and even got very, very mad. And he told me that Europeans had good intentions, and even the job is not intended to kill
good
anyone.
God.
Yeah. So
The Europeans came to Africa with good intentions. That's let you know that wow.
Yeah, so we really,
Wow.
we really argued. I saw Keith, we really argued. He got very angry, and I was just like, I wish I had a phone to just record all this and just allow Keith to listen. And I even told him, he said that we should give him a chance for him to come and explain. And I was just like, are you sure you want to argue with us? Are you sure you want
Come.
to argue with
Tell him to
us?
come. Tell him to come. Tell him to come.
So
Because
he was just like, the
tell him to
Europeans
come
came to,
because his mind is completely, and I'm gonna say it, I don't want to cuss, but his mind is completely fucked up.
yeah.
Wow. You think ask him, why was the British, because they try to be phony, he can go look this up. Why did the
Mm-hmm.
British pretend to apologize
Mm-hmm.
for colonizing Kenya? If it was a good thing, they wouldn't. You don't apologize for things that are good, Joby. You don't
Mm-hmm.
say, Joby, I've done so much good to you. I apologize that I did
Yeah.
so much good things to you. You the African mind is fractured with bullshit.
So
They they put Kenyans in internment camps, and the
I'll,
whole thing,
uh-huh.
Joby, was to murder the Kenyans off so they can
Mm-hmm.
make it a white man's land. That
So I
was
was
the
like,
damn intention.
uh-huh.
Go ahead,
I was,
Joby. Go ahead.
I was trying to explain everything to him, and he really got very angry. He chased me away, and I just had to go home. And I was just trying to explain to him, you don't know the intentions of why the Europeans came to Kenya. So I just asked him a simple question: have you taken the job? He said no, but if he gets the chance, he's going to take it. And I asked him, do you know the job?
Well,
Do you know
you'll
the
be
job?
dead.
Yeah, I told him the job is killing people. The job is killing people. And he told me, why would the world create something with intentions to, or rather, why would the government create something, a vaccine, just to help people with intentions to kill people? And I told him,
Wow.
because it's still
Wow.
it is because it's still
Wow.
mentally enslaved. You don't want to see all this. I asked him, do you know your history? Do you know your cultures? I asked him, do you remember us being told our ancestors were bad, but you don't know the real story about even our ancestors? If we
He
take, if
don't.
we take a look, I even gave him a simple example. I told him, when you remember way back, we never had medications. When you have a headache, you have to take a
Nope.
maramota or something. We had natural herbs which you could
Nope.
smash, or rather cook them, boil them, and they will
What we
help us.
do, we
At
do
the end of
everything with the lives. If you go to Dr. Mummy's last video, she's finally said, yeah, we got it right. She's finally getting it right. She got this right too.
the,
Everything is living. The African knew that everything is living. I know your cousins don't understand this, and I'll prove it to them. Africans used to talk to nature. So the tree, because you and the tree share a symbiotic relationship. Every tree and bush, so you could talk to the tree because the tree is a living, sentient being. So the tree would say, "Hey," it would pick up on your vibration, Joe, and this is
Yeah.
scientifically proven. It would pick
Yeah.
up on your vibration, and it would feel where you were sick, and it would start growing the things you needed to heal you. And so the African being more spiritual, the tree would say, "Hey, stupid, you can use this to cure this ailment that you have." That's how the Africans were brilliant. That's how the Africans knew what herb healed what. Because the plants would speak to them. And if you go back to another gentleman who invented almost everything last century, his name was Doctor. Doctor. Look this up, Joby, for me real quick, since you're on YouTube. Look this up. Say, Doctor Washington Carver. Washington Carver, who told you that he talked to the plants. That's how he got all his inventions. Because African people say, yeah, go say, Dr. Washington Carver claims to talk to the plants, or the plants talk to him. Pull that up. This was the greatest inventor, a black man in America, greatest inventor of the 20th century. That's a fact.
I really tried to explain this.
Oh, go ahead. You try to do what?
I tried to explain everything. I tried to explain everything to him. And just yesterday on my show, I was talking about how the youths need to be educated, because it starts with our own, because we don't have the ancestors right now. If we have grandparents,
the Europeans educated you back. Europeans not gonna educate you to get free of them. I'm not.
No,
how would I benefit if I've enslaved you, Joby? If I've taken over your countries and gotten all the minerals, what benefit does it? How does it benefit me to give you a real education?
I just wish you had the argument he was really talking about. I told him, do you know, even the system of education that we are having right now, it's not being, we're being lied to. Not so many things, so many facts are hidden. He told me
lied to about everything.
He told me the European came to Africa because he saw Africa first. He called himself ugly. I told him, if you think you're ugly, say that Africans were ugly, and he wanted to change that. So I was like, whoa.
Wow.
You think you're ugly? I'm not ugly,
Oh my God. Your cousin is gone. Africans are ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the self-hate. So they always give you self-hate. Wow. Your cousin be dangerous if he had power. He'd be a grade A coon. He'd be dangerous. He'll hurt African people. His mind is fucked up. Mind is poisoned. Mind is poisoned.
I can see there's this one that I sent George Washington cover, The Plant Doctor. I think it's that one. Oh,
yeah, he's an herbalist. He's more than that. They wouldn't call him a planter. He's more than everything. Reason why you got factories, Joby, because of him. He created what you call the modern factory. That's why they call factories what? A plant. And you thought about that? That's why they call factories a plant. I'm at the plant. Because Go ahead. Go ahead, Joby. Go ahead.
This cousin of mine told me that the reason why the European came to Africa also, I told him about the medicine, because most of these medications, not only are they, even if they are helping, most of them, they even create...
none of them are healthy. They're deadly.
They create diseases because they are full of chemicals. So he told me, it's because the Europeans saw that the way you are creating medicine in you're using natural herbs, but it's a slow method. I was just like, yo, do you even know what you're talking about?
It's not a slow method. Didn't make money for them. So what they did, John D. Rockefeller. See, when you don't have information, you don't have education, you don't know he sounds crazy as cat shit. Cousin sounds like a buffoon because he doesn't know anything. I hate to say it, he's a moron, he's an idiot. And not to say that's bad thing, because most Africans are morons. They got no clue how anything started how anything works. John D. Rockefeller said, you know what? I want to take over the medical industry. And I
Mm-hmm.
can't have people using herbs and natural cures. I can't
Mm-hmm.
make any money from that.
Yeah.
So what he did is he started buying pharmaceutical companies, and then he about the government and said, listen, we're gonna start using these pharmaceuticals and not her herbopathic medicines. We're going to outlaw those so people will buy my medications. And then the medications were creating cancer. There was no
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cancer. So he said, well,
I,
damn, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to create a national cancer society. He said, I'm stopping cancer when it's my products that are causing cancer.
mm-hmm.
It's wicked. But the African can't understand how wicked these motherfuckers are.
I try
Africans
to
say, but go ahead, Joe.
I really tried to explain it to him, but it's quite clear that our youth of today do not want to learn. And when I try to spread out the message, I won't be listened to because I look like I'm crazy. He told me I'm so unlearned, actually. He told me I need
Wow.
education. He told me that I need to do research and get to understand and also to
He
support
hasn't
my.
done any research. He sound you. I would laugh in his face. I said, "You sound like an idiot." You know,
Yeah.
you said the European came. You said the European came to help you, stupid. Why you think they put Africans in internment camps? They had to fight, dummy. Do you know how
Mhm.
Kenya even got free, stupid? They had to fight. The Kenyans fought. They didn't just. They just say, "Hey," the Europeans say, "Hey, we want to make you our friends, and we're gonna let you free." The Kenyans had to go to war, dummy. Do you know that?
I
Do you
think we're
even
gonna.
know that?
I'll have to invite him here on the Black Fire Radio. Maybe he will
Yes,
give us his
please
voice
have him come because
and you give him a taste
we're gonna
of his own medicine.
we're gonna have to fuck his mind up because he's an idiot. He's a moron.
So I don't know if this is the video. This is what I found out. Can you check it out? I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
it's this. Let me just play it. Um,
What we foresters call a stand,
it's not this one,
with their
right?
rugged stems and their beautiful crowns.
No,
Yes, trees are.
Let me check it
but
out.
she's talking about trees talk. They learned the Europeans learned what the African know that
Mm-hmm.
everything is living, Joby. Even a
Mm-hmm.
rock is alive. A rock is living. Everybody and plants are living sentient beings that
Mm-hmm.
communicate. You only have one strand of DNA that's different from you being a plant. Africans are really human plants. You have melanin, they have chlorophyll.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding the plant world, understanding the plants, the Europeans didn't know plants were living. They wanted to kill them and all that, call them weeds and all kind of idiotic shit. The African knew that the plant was living. Yeah, that's John. There go George Washington Carver.
Yeah.
The African knew that the plant was living. So when they asked George Washington Carver, "How'd you make all these cures and inventions and all this stuff? How'd you do it?" He said, "The plants talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would go there. I would go into my garden, and that's anybody thought that was crazy. Ah, he's crazy. Oh my God, he's some kind of a nut. He's a crackpot. He's a nut." And then did you know if you knew African culture, African science,
Mm-hmm.
plants are living beings. The African on a vibratory level could talk to plants and plants
Yeah.
would talk back to them because you were
Yeah.
one with nature. So they said, but George Washington Carver, that's why they liked his ass because he made them billionaires. He was the greatest scientist of the 20th century. He said, well, how did you come up with all these inventions? He said, plants gave it to me. The plants talked to me, gave me all the ingredients, how to make. He's the one who made plastics, Joby. He's the one. Dr. Dr. George Washington Carver's the reason why you got plastic. Your soda bottles, all your bottles. He created that from plants. Uh, he's the reason why he's got so many inventions you can't even name the shit. It's crazy.
Let's check this out. I don't know if I'm getting the right video totally.
And raised by
No, there'll
Moses.
be a bunch of inventions about. I mean, but a bunch of videos about them. And just get one that's gonna tell you about them.
Okay.
You can pick any one and say George Washington Carver. They just probably gonna tell you a story about plants, how He told you he talked to plants. Plants gave him all those inventions. Good morning, General Mosquito. The plants
Yeah,
gave him all.
yeah, he's saying Ijuman Jema to me, and yeah, that means Friday, Good Friday to me, and I see General Mosquito understands some of Swahili, and which is so good. Well, let's see this one.
55, at about age 13, a young girl, Mary, had been purchased by Moses
It's
Garland.
not this
And let
one
me tell
either.
you, that pause, I don't know. That's him. That's him, ain't it? That's him. You can do that. Look, and the sad thing about me, tell you something that's gonna blow your mind to tell you how wicked they are.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, he ended up with white people. And so what they did as a child,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you how wicked they are. Learn learn Swahili from Spikes. Yeah, I know you learn Spike. Yeah, when you had Spikes teaching Swahili class every Saturday and Sunday. Um, what they did, Joby,
Yeah.
gonna blow your mind. What do you think these white people did to this young black boy? See if you can guess.
Which boy? Which boy?
George Washington Carver.
I think they killed him or something.
No, they didn't kill him. He's an old man. No, when he was a boy, they couldn't have killed him. He's right there. He's an old man. When he was a boy, they cut off. When he was a boy, they cut off his penis.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, that's shocking. So
Yeah.
he's okay. I don't want to say, but yeah, I just at the end of the day, I just wanted to talk about how we should boost our self-esteem as youth, and also get to stand up with ourselves, knowing our culture, our history. Because yesterday's argument with
And that's
my
what
cousin
makes you real.
really,
You.
really made me
That's,
open up
that's,
my mind so bad.
but that's what makes you real. You have your confident, but you have a loving African spirit. Like when 2 days ago when you were talking about the South African uprising, you're like, I just don't want people to be killed. This body killing people. You don't understand, Joby. These
Mhm,
people have been oppressed and living in poverty, and
mhm.
people are going to die with revolutions. I hope it's a complete revolution, and they should burn all that shit up. They don't own it. These people are oppressed and treated like shit in their own land. So when you
True.
got East Indians that own everything, and Chinese that own everything, and white people that own everything in your country, and you living in poverty, you can't feed your children. You burning down that shit don't mean nothing. You don't own it. They own
True.
it, and they
You know this.
treat you like, and you
Yeah.
and they talk to you crazy. They treat you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? None of these people that treat you like shit believe in your white Jesus either. Chinese don't
True.
worship your white Jesus.
True. It
Indians
is.
don't worship your white Jesus.
Yeah, it is so true. And I was just talking about this on, I think it was on Wednesday, where I was mentioning about a certain story of this young Kenyan lady who went to US. She applied for a scholarship to go to the university in US. But when she got there, she didn't get to go to the school. She instead she became a bookseller. And at the end of the day, she was making a profit to this person, to this white who was, she was living in a house, and well, before she even realized it, she became a stripper, she became a drug seller, she became a
Damn.
sex worker. And I was just telling my cousin yesterday, because it is quite clear that we, the youth, are the one who are getting lost, and the government is taking advantage of it. And even if we plan, because I was just saying, you find that many youths today, you finish high school, your parents organize for you to go to Dubai, to Qatar, but when you go there, you'll find at the end of the day you're not even saving anything. That is what we were even talking about yesterday with Spikes. You go there, they tell you, for you to be able not to consume your money so much, send us money, we're gonna be saving it up for you. But by the time
They can't send any money because the jobs are low quality jobs.
Mhm.
The Arabs don't like your ass. The racist as shit.
Exactly, yeah.
So then when you get caught there, you're caught there. Now you can't get back. You don't got the money because everything you're working in Dubai is to pay your bills. And
Yeah.
I don't understand why African parents don't understand this. Oh, you're gonna go to Dubai, send us money. I'm in a racist system. Do you understand the world? Everybody said the
Exactly.
African parent is a moron. Do you
Mhm.
understand how the world works? When
I wish I
your
could
children go to Dubai,
I,
especially
I wish
your
I wish
girls, I
Mhm.
never have my daughter go to no fucking Dubai as I was an African. Your daughter's most likely gonna get raped. Your daughter's most likely gonna get taken advantage of. Do you
Yeah.
understand this? Oh no,
Mhm.
I just want to know why we living in poverty. And you living in
Yeah.
poverty, dummy, because the Europeans got control of Kenya. That's why. You shouldn't have to go to no damn Dubai to get a job.
The young lady actually, she did mention this. She said that we see that or find that Africans see America as heaven, but when you go to America you'll realize it, and it will awaken you that Africa is heaven. It's the vice versa of it.
Yeah,
Because when you go there, you
that's
are in a continent full of white
that's
and
true.
you are a black. That is racism. There's full of racism there. And the fellow black African people who are there, especially Kenyans, she didn't mention of Kenyans. When they get there, that then maybe they are super rich, or maybe you're earning some money, you're able to live the lifestyle of there. You have the mentality of I want to get married to a white person, I'm gonna get a green card, and after this I'm a citizen of US. But before you even realize it, no one even wants you there. People hate you. Because she
Yeah.
was mentioning of how the young ladies or even young youths who come from the African continent, they go there looking for this job whereby they have to hospitalize these old men by removing their poop, washing them, and so on. But when you're giving service to these people, they're like, you're a nigger, don't touch me. You're a nigger, don't touch me.
Because the African has been lied to growing up in Africa. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
understand. Then you get there, like you say, yeah, you get there to, I want to be with white people. I worship white people don't like you. I don't understand why white people didn't come to help you in no damn Africa. They came to
Mm-hmm.
colonize you and steal and rob and murder. They do
Mm-hmm.
not. So when you go to their parts of the country, I mean parts of the world, and you're there, they're gonna treat you accordingly. Not gonna smile because they're not going to Kenya on vacation. You're now in America or the UK. Now they're gonna treat you like they really feel about your ass. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
you, nigga. If I do, I'm gonna make you a servant. You'll work for me, but we're not gonna be. I'm not your buddy. And you worship white Jesus, good. That's because you're stupid. We don't. We
Mm-hmm.
gave that shit to you. You decided to keep it. You're the only people who got colonized and kept the
Mm-hmm.
white man's religion. Chinese said you crazy, get rid of that shit. Japanese said you're crazy. Indians said we're not worshiping that shit. Only the
Mm-hmm.
Africans said, okay, we'll worship some bullshit that don't even look like us, and that'll
Mm-hmm.
teach us more self-hate. But
True.
that'll give us more self-hate. So that's another thing. The white people do not even respect us because you even accepted their bullshit. They laugh at the shit. You ever been watching?
You
See
know.
these dumbass niggas, they love white Jesus more than we. They fucked up in their head. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they say. And you
Mm-hmm.
do. You'll kill your own people over a lie about somebody white.
I was just trying to explain all this to the cousin of mine, and I was trying to explain to him, about the white Jesus, about the fake Allah and everything, even
Pull
religious.
this up, Joby.
He
Pull this
told
up.
me,
Images. Say image. Hold on. Wait. Put this up real quick. Google. Say images of Serapis. Serapis. I'm saying Serap. Serapis.
yeah,
Serapis.
Serrano Papa. Mm-hmm.
Serapis. Say images. That's who Jesus came from. The lie. Say images of Serapis. Ask your dumbass cousin who Serapis. I don't know who Serapis is because you know history, dummy. That's why. So we'll bring him in. We'll show who Serapis is. So if you don't understand where this came from and you can't understand history, you're
Mm-hmm.
unsavable. Let me know if you
True.
found
So
it.
I
Share it.
was just, yeah, I found it. I was trying to explain this to my cousin, and it goes all the way to even my fellow, family, the extended family. Because if he can say that, what about the other people that I've not even met, or the other cousins, or even my brothers and sisters? Because they don't understand all this. And when you try to say it, you sound crazy, as I said.
You
And I was
do
just,
sound crazy. There
I
you go.
remember, I remember,
You
I
do
remember
sound
you.
crazy. You do sound crazy, Joe, because Africans are miseducated, uneducated. You're right. You sound crazy because they don't know what the hell you're talking about. What? What? That's
I
where
remember.
Jesus. That's where
I
the
remember.
Jesus story came from. Serapis,
Mhm.
the
I
lie.
remember.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I remember you telling me that me as a black person and me as a melanin person, I'm a threat to the white person. And I was just telling him this, you're a threat to the white person because when you go to the US right now, despite you, because he's a little bit light skinned. So I was just telling you, despite you being a little bit light skinned, you still are black. You're still a nigger, and you will not be
Yeah, you're
wanted there.
black.
For you to fit there, it's going to cost you a lot of suffering, and of which you won't even if you fit, you're still not wanted there. And you was just like, no, you're just arguing because of this COVID thing, because you don't want people to take the vaccine. I was just like, no, you have to understand your history first. You have to understand your history first. You don't know why the Europeans came to Africa, which is one thing you don't know. That is why you're arguing, and you're telling me I'm unlearned. So you're the one who's learned. Since you're doing medical, the government should pay you to lie to people, right? That is what they're doing right now.
Yeah, because your system. Why would you keep a system that Africans waking up? Why would you have kept an educational system of white people who came and gave you lies? That the system, they wasn't educating you so you would overthrow them. Don't you understand that? If I
I,
dominate you, I'm not going to educate you to overthrow me. Why would I do that?
I wanted him,
Go ahead.
him to watch the underground. I wish he could watch. I want him to watch the Underground Railroad for him to understand, because from that movie, me, I've gotten a lot of lessons about the Europeans, about we black people, and I was just trying to make him understand. He was just like, do you know who brought the reading and writing? I told him the Europeans took that away from us. They never had the knowledge, even the
No,
resources that we have. I told him, do you remember we never had money? Where did the term money come from? Where did the paper come from? We had gold, we had coffee, we had silver, we had everything that we needed here. But the Europeans came here and saw that they never had that. And since they couldn't
exactly.
there, they challenged us mentally. They tampered with us, with education, with us, the leaders that we have today, because you were saying that Uhuru has no intentions of hurting his people. Just like, yo, you're just so stupid. And you
No,
just
he's a puppet. The Kenyatta family was set up as the puppets of Kenya. When the British were leaving, they needed a puppet, just like in Nigeria. All their colonies, just like in France, they set their puppets. And in France, when you don't go with the puppets, they kill you. That's why you had so many coups in Africa, especially in the French colonies. They kill them when they don't give that money and send the money back to Europe. Europe was impoverished. Your brother don't even know history. That's what's so. Europe was impoverished. So how is Europe rich and Africa's poor now? What? How that happen? Well, I don't know. But sit down and listen, stupid, because you don't know anything. You're dangerous. You're a moron. And it's not I'm not trying to be abrasive with you, young man. You are a moron because the Europeans intended you to be a moron. You're a moron.
They are using them because it's the youths. The leaders are using the youths because these leaders are being controlled by the Europeans. Yeah.
But that's why the youth are saying no more. You can't sit on the richest continent, Joby, and be purposely put in poverty. It can't last. African was not poor, now he's poor. When the Dutch came to South Africa, the Dutch were impoverished. Now the Dutch have all the money and the African is poor. I gave you white Jesus. I'm now rich and you're now poor. But I gave you white Jesus. Something's got to give. I can't be impoverished forever in the richest continent on the planet. African don't even know he's on the richest continent no more.
They
don't even know.
They don't. Trust me, they
don't even know that.
They don't.
They don't even know their own continent where they live at. They don't even know that they live on the richest piece of land on the planet. And that's why everybody's there, from the Asians to the Indians to the Caucasians. They're not there because it's poor, stupid. They're there because it's rich. It's got the gold. It's got the diamonds. It's got the cobalt. It's got the oil. It's got the coltan. It's got the
because
everything.
You know why, Keith? Because me personally, I'll start with myself. Me as a youth and referring to my fellow youths, we finish up, despite not us looking up onto the Dubai jobs and everything, you're going to finish up school, you're stuck into your parents' house waiting for opportunities to come onto you while you have the resources, right? Let's say you are, you live in the rural areas, the shags, we call them the shags, yeah? You go there, maybe do some tea farming, the coffee farming, or maybe come up with something, with some art and culture thing. Bring it
Hold
to
on.
my home.
Okay, who owns the tea farms in Kenya?
Let me just check that out. I'm not
White
sure
people.
about that.
White people own that shit. How do white
But
people own tea farming in Kenya? Huh?
mhm.
They wasn't there. So why is that money going to Kenyans? Ask yourself who owns the tea farming in Kenya.
It was never
Blackers
there.
own it. White people own it, Joby, because they never got that. Kenyans never got that land back. When they put Kenyatta in power, they said, well, you're going to make sure we still own all this shit. So all the money still going to Europe. You're going to make sure that Africans don't get this land back. It was betterly done in Kenya than it was in South Africa. Because even though Kenyans are impoverished, not as bad as South Africans, and white people are not really seen as much. Still got white people in Kenya, but not as much as in South Africa. But they own it all. Oh, I lost it. Oh, I lost Joby. Oh, I lost Joby somewhere. We were educated to survive exactly, instead of being educated to dominate. Big difference. Wonderful, wonderful comment, General Mosquito, and exactly true. Wow, that is so true. Exactly. We're educated to survive. If that's not true, I don't know what is. Oh, she back? Yeah, you back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. General Mosquito's comment, you're exactly right. They educated us to survive, not to
Mhm.
dominate and thrive. Exactly right, General Mosquito. Come
And
from
even in
Ghana,
this
they
survival,
set up the same system from Ghana to Kenya to Nigeria. And sadly enough, her cousin doesn't even know any of this. They didn't educate you to dominate again and be back in control.
mhm.
They just didn't. They just didn't. And
even uh,
go, go ahead, Joby.
even with this mode of surviving that they educated us, just yesterday at the rhythm scripture we were talking about financial literacy, like how youths right now, you find that someone is working at a young age. Yes, you're earning good money, but you don't know how to use it. You're misusing it, maybe in drugs. You don't know the mode of saving, because first in schools, when you are, especially the African schools, I'll just say in general, because when you're in school, teachers disappoint you. They don't encourage you. They're disappointing you about the outside life. Oh, when you go out, you're going to suffer, you're going to lack jobs. Yes, there are all these
Damn.
corruptions and everything, but
This
what
correct,
about
but
the mode? Yeah, the
that's
mode
true
of
too.
saving. That is what we were talking about yesterday. We were
Yeah,
never
but you're
taught
too
how.
advanced. You're too advanced. Even when I listen to you, I'm hard to believe that you were raised in Africa. You see more. It does, because that's the intelligence we used to have.
Mhm,
Listen to you, I can't believe that you're raised in Kenya. It blows my mind because you're talking about financial literacy. Sadly enough, most African people in African
mhm.
countries, they don't think about no financial literacy. They take the little money they got and they spend it all up. Then
Yeah,
they come back begging for more. They
yeah,
don't they don't even think about financial literacy, what you're saying.
true,
So
true.
it's crazy. You're like an anomaly. I know you're like an odd duck. What the hell's going on with this guy?
Thank you for the sentiments, Keith. And it's really true, because this is the truth that we are seeing today. You'll find that so many youths, especially those who have grown where there's money, or rather the parents are kind of rich. You don't know how your parents got this money. As much as they might have worked hard, it's up to you, to step out of you to make your own. But you'll find that African youths, they'll wait for their parents, stick into their parents' house, their parents' house into, until they get into their late 30s. You've not settled,
Damn,
you don't even have
late
a wife
30s.
or a
Shit,
kid, you've not
late
saved
30s.
anything. You've not saved anything. I've seen so many of them, Keith. You go out each and every weekend, your work is just drinking, partying all around, as flossing with your parents' money, cars, and everything. By the time you realize it, you're on your 40s. You've not even built a house,
Damn,
you've not bought a land, you've not done anything. And that
damn.
is why sometimes I'm just like, I'd rather stay single until I find someone who's intelligent, because you find so many men here They just like, smash and go, smash and go. Yes, I found a pretty girl, but you don't know how to handle this lady. She's expensive. She has her own worth, you know?
But you gotta have your own wardrobe because you're pretty smart. And I don't know. I hate to say it because Africans are made so moronic. I think most men would be intimidated by you. Most African men probably most likely be intimidated because you speak up for yourself. You have confidence, which is great. You got to have it. That's why I love that in you. You have that wonderful spark of confidence and also wanting to know what's going on. And a lot of men, especially in Africa, are threatened by that. They've been made like your cousin. They've been made morons. They've been made morons.
They are, because personally, I can say I know myself. I know my worth as a lady. And I find so many men, someone is just staring at you, but you don't have the guts and the audacity to face me. Say something, if you know you're a man enough, say something, but they don't have that. They don't have the balls. So if someone saying, I'm scared of you, you look like, you're too boasty and stuff, because you can't stoop to my level. First, you don't know yourself. You find someone just calling you, it's like they're calling a goat or something. No.
Yeah. They can't call you bossy when you know yourself. They're not gonna submit to a weak ass man. There's no reason for you to submit because he's too weak. So unless you can bring to the table what I have, especially intellectually, and you're not threatened, then we can come together and we can build together as a man and a woman. But if you come to the table and you're a moron, you're scared of everything, and you worship our enemy. Me telling you that our enemy is our enemy. Our enemy is our enemy. Oh no! How can they be our enemy? They love us. They're good. They're good people. The African has got. Shout out to Dr. Mumby. The African has got a psychosis, and it is dangerous. You don't even know. It's dangerous. It's scary dangerous because these people have always wanted to wipe you out, African people. You sit on the richest piece of land on the planet. The idea was to wipe you. Reason why they took us out of for slavery, they had us go build their civilization. The African outside of Africa was supposed to die. Let me tell you, let me explain this to you, if I was your cousin. The African, when they took them out to slavery, they weren't even supposed to survive that. They were supposed to build European society and die. But the African has the best genetics. So he's the strongest on the planet. So he didn't die. And so that was to also depopulate Africa. So later on they can come back in and take over Africa. But let me tell you something that your cousin don't know. Africans being so brilliant, the older women slept with the younger men so they could repopulate Africa. And that's what happened. So when they came back to even colonize Africa, you straight a bunch of African people, and they weren't able to keep control of Africa because Africa started fighting back. They weren't fighting back because the European was good to them. They were fighting back because they were getting brutalized and oppressed. What the hell are you talking about? Go ahead.
I think somehow because of just the way I was mentioning, like I think women naturally we are intelligent. You can think more brighter than a man. You can maybe tell or maybe
a man. But most men don't know that. You can't. Where
man's mentality.
Women are. It's hard for men to understand this and accept it. The ancients knew this. The ancient Africans knew that your woman was always smarter. Woman not only is an intellectual being, she's a spiritual being because she's closer to God. She's closer to the all. She has more genetic coding. That's why she's double X. Man is only XY. He's missing another chromosome that the woman. That's why the woman didn't come from no man. I guess I know you listened to us, Dr. Mummy, because Dr. Mummy said it all the Kenyans. No, I'm saying Dr. Mumby. I know she listened to us. I know. Dr. Mumby up there in Kenya. I know she listened to us. It's about what she had to tell people. The woman didn't come from the man came from the woman. You people be crazy. That's the fact. That's the truth of science. That's a scientific. Had nothing to do with your Bible. That's a lie. That's proven through nature and science. The black woman is first. She's the most superior being on the planet. That is a fact. It's not my fact. That's a fact.
You
So
find that
go ahead, Joby.
many young ladies do not know this, because personally I always say, even if a guy approaches me, he asks me, what do you look in a man, I'm always like, I need someone who is intelligent, someone whom I'll not challenge mentally, because trust me, if I challenge you mentally, I kind of, it's like I'm disrespecting you. I already disrespect you the moment I challenge you mentally. And that's why you find that so many young girls, they're running onto the whites, because the whites can mentally challenge them, and they fall into the trap, and
Well,
they
because
become
they've been better. That's just only because they've been better educated. But the white
Mhm.
man is only there to use you. He's not gonna or he's gonna use you as like maybe a trophy black girl. Look at this trophy black girl I got. Um,
Mhm.
they're not there because you don't know their nature. Sad enough, we don't know their nature. A lot of black girls end up getting murdered or getting diseases from these white men who carry these fucking diseases. Because
Mhm.
remember, all these diseases started from them. Syphilis, because they have sex with animals, Joby. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
They have sex with animals, so they can't be your guide. Sorry, it can't be your guide. They have sex with animals, and today it's still legal. It was legal here in America for years till we started talking in the southern part of the United States. It was legal. Some white guy put this up. Just put this up. This is a few years ago. I'm gonna let you put this up. This was
Mhm.
down the street from me. Say Pensacola man
Mhm.
goes to jail for having sex with dog named Baby Girl. Is it Baby Girl, Baby Dog?
It's on
Is it?
YouTube.
No. Don't go. You just go on Google. Say
On Google.
Pensacola man. Pensacola. Pensacola man. Pensacola, Florida man found guilty of having sex with dog with his, but that's a bunch of them. I'm just saying that this happened right down the street from me. That was funny. Pensacola man goes to jail for having sex with dog named Baby Girl. Is it Baby Girl or Baby Doll? But I don't know. Just say Baby Girl. Pensacola man. Pensacola, Florida. Just say FL. Man goes to jail for having sex with dog. Having sex with dog named Baby Girl. Say dog named Baby Girl. That was the name of the
Well,
dog.
I think it's also happening in Africa. There's some cases which were reported some time back
A bunch of
where
white people. Whenever you got white people, they sleep with animals. That's the norm. Black people don't. Told you, black people don't fathom. Black people don't know that they sleep with dogs. They sleep with dolphins. They have sex with dolphins in the ocean. They have sex with the African people that they can't fathom. You mean my God, the God I love, the white man is so great, has sex with a dolphin and a dog. They have sex with dogs. They have sex with monkeys. They have sex with horses. They have sex with chimpanzees. You
for
don't
what?
have no. You can't fathom because you
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you are that desperate, why don't you go find a hooker? Why would you just arrest?
Big,
arrest?
it gets deeper than that, Joby. A lot of stuff I have not taught you yet. It will, it will fuck your. I can't have you go telling your cousins this. It'll. What I teach you will fuck your mind up. Shout out to Dr. Mumby who's learning all this. But
Mhm.
it's a reason why they have sex with animals, Joby. You can't fathom. When I feel like you're ready, I'll start teaching you and I'll show you where to go find the research. Yeah, well,
Like,
they don't want a hooker. They want a goddamn animal.
that is so crazy. But we are almost coming to the end of the show, Keith. And personally, my conclusion is I think we should educate more. Rather, I don't know. I just want my cousin to learn more about this.
But that's why we exist. That's why I built this so we can educate African people.
Yeah.
African people. Pull up this book real quick before you leave, Joe. Say just go to Google. It's called The Miseducation
Mm-hmm.
of Black People, written by who wrote that book? Was it African people, Black people? You say it'll correct it. The Miseducation. So the book named The Miseducation of Black. Is that called The Miseducation of Black People or The Miseducation of African People? By Dr. Who the fuck wrote that book? He's gonna go back and start telling your history. Say you were miseducated and lied to. It's called the name of the book. The Miseducation of Black People or the
Mm-hmm.
Miseducation of African People.
Is it the author? Is it Carter
Carter,
G?
yeah, Carter G. Wilson. Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
Carter G. Wilson. Yes. So he's going back and educates. You miseducated. So you don't know. So you're the miseducated.
The
Miseducation
of the Negro.
Yeah, the Negro. Yeah, the Negro. That's it. Miseducation of the Negro. Yeah, you've been You've been lied to. Everything you've been taught is a lie. So that's why you got to build it down and build it back up.
Shout out to my cousin for saying that we were fools and the Europeans brought us education. He doesn't know that they took it away from us, because I remember in the underground railroad when this guy was asked, you know how to read and write, like, where did you learn that from? The white was shocked, he was shocked. He was shocked. And I just want to give a shout out to also everyone who's joined us. Shout out to General Mosquito. Thank you so much for your sentiments. And also, Keith, thank you for these platforms. And thank you for the chicken as well. I see Spikes.
Spikes come back with the damn chicken.
Yeah, he's back. I can feel the smell just from here.
All right, we're going to let you guys go. Let you go. Spikes and his chicken.
Yeah. Well, I just want to appreciate everyone. Thank you also, Keith, for your sentiments. And
Spikes, I'm gonna call him behind. Spikes, I'm gonna call him behind the scenes. Tell him to answer his damn phone.
Okay. All right, I will. And have a lovely weekend, Keith. But we're gonna catch up in the next shows, right?
Much love, family. Everybody stay safe.
Yeah, and thank you so much to everyone, and have a lovely weekend, actually. And of course, you can also catch us at the Blackout Fire Network, that is on the Rhythm Scoop Show. Keep it the Blackout Fire Network. We have the Rhythm Scoop Show, the 254 to Jadili Show. We also have the Africa Today Show, and get to learn more, because at the end of the day, you need to educate people more about our African culture, our history, and let our people understand the intentions of the European, and stop looking into the Europeans as if they were dogs. I just want to give another special shout out to my cousin. I just hope he's gonna come to the studio.
Please come, cousin. I had to give you this work. I'm sorry, you got to learn a lot. You're gonna lead a studio a broken man.
I want him to give his sentiments and for you to give him his test of his own medicine.
Yeah, I gotta give him this work. What's love,
family Kwaherini, and I'm just gonna play an amazing vibe. And this is Konyagi, just to turn you onto the weekend mood. Yeah, whatever you'll be drinking today, I don't know what is it, but have a lovely evening, afternoon. Yeah.
This is kwenye niko kwenye club na chapa konyagi maflash Misinga burika mezani mini na mbogi ya pao Stakire deza mapai nina matema kwa shash Tuliza babawe manzi yako hainiwi na fuck Kwenye niko kwenye club na chapa konyagi maflash Misinga burika mezani mini na mbogi ya pao Stakire deza mapai nina matema kwa shash Tuliza babawe manzi yako hainiwi na fuck All this liquor got me drowning, feeling like crying emojis. Y'all can see me.
Much love, family. Have a lovely afternoon. See you on the Rhythm Scoop Show and also on the 254 to Jadili Show.
I'm like, does he know where he be acting a movie?